Hello, my name is Marcus, and welcome to my channel. For Christmas, we went on a Disney cruise, the Disney Wish to be exact. For today's video, I want to show you all of the best food experiences that we had on the ship. Cannot wait, very excited, let's get right to it. We started off with Palo, a specific experience that is catered for a romantic atmosphere for adults. We decided to have breakfast here one morning. As you can see, it is a very laid back kind of bar atmosphere. You can see the ocean in the background there, very beautiful. We were led into the room by the waiter. Here's our exact seating arrangements for our Apollo experience. As you can see, sitting right on the ocean liner, not a bad view at all whatsoever. So look at the menu, has an Italian fare, the regular breakfast fare, and then we have alcoholic selections as well. Very, very tasty, everything. I went with champagne, very bubbly. Not the best champagne I've ever had, but still quite tasty. Then next we got a bread selection. The little sauce that it came with was like a buttery, zesty. It was okay. And then we got a more classic bread selection. Muffins, fruit pastries, croissants. I definitely preferred this to the last bread selection. Very, very tasty. I ordered an egg omelet with tomatoes and onions on the menu. It showcased a very fancy name, but it was essentially an egg omelet with tomatoes and onions. Jay got eggs over ham with an English muffin. Very tasty. Melt in your mouth, absolutely. I got it cooked medium. It's kind of the thing with these kind of restaurants. You have a specific take on your eggs. I like my eggs like I like my steak, kind of raw in the middle. Then we got this fancy pizza. We have sausages on one side, sun-dried tomato on the other half. Very, very delicious. This is kind of a family style meeting. You get like each course at a time. Then we got this tomato basil soup. This was easily the best tomato soup I've ever had in my life, and I grew up on tomato soup. It had a specific natural sweetness to it that I had never had before. Very, very delicious. We ended up getting the chicken parmesan for our entrees. Absolutely tender, juicy. Cheese and sauce was very fresh, absolutely delicious. There was not a scraping of it left by the time we got done. Easily one of the best chicken parmesans we've ever had. Then we also got the red snapper with the asparagus and potatoes as well. Very, very delicious as well. Then we got a cinnamon bun for one of our desserts. It has pecans on top with a cream cheese caramel icing, crunchy on the outside, soft in the middle. Then we got a fruit marshmallow dessert. Very, very light, very tasty, very fresh. Very, very delicious. After this, I needed to take a nap. I will say that the Apollo experience was very much worth it, but be informed that it is not free per se. It does not come with your price of admission with the cruise. You do have to pay a premium price to get that experience. But as you just saw, it was very much worth it in my opinion. Then we had our dinner service at 1923, the Walt Disney inspired restaurant that is supposed to be reckoned in the 1920s time period. Very, very beautiful restaurant. This restaurant, out of the three main dinner services on the Disney Wish, holds the best food by far, in my opinion. So it's pretty apparent that the focus is on the Marvel dinner service and the Frozen dinner service that you've seen in my previous videos. There's more focus on the atmosphere and the shows and the interactions with the characters, where this dinner service for 1923 is definitely the main focus is the food and the drink. So let's take a look at the menu service here. We have all kinds of choices from the tomato soup again, salads. We have roasted duck, mozzarella cheese, prosciutto, tortellini, pastas, salmon, and in my opinion, the best filet mignon that you can get on the entire ship. This is the best by far, in my opinion. You're going to see why. They also have vegetarian services and lighter options, but we are not on a diet on this cruise, so we were definitely here to get our bellies full. Fresh bread, with our sour cream butter dip. That's always a tasty commodity. We have an old fashioned with a bacon slice dipped in the middle. This is an Old Forester whiskey with just a bacon flavor, very delicious. We have our tortellini pasta for an appetizer with bacon bits and onions on top, green sauce, very nice. We have a roasted duck tart that is very crispy, flaky, kind of tasted like a croissant on the outside. Once you break that apart, it is a very tenderized duck meat on the inside, very juicy, very flavorful, very tasty. We also partook in this spinach artichoke dip with a bread crust to dip. Would you judge me if I just said I kind of skipped the bread and just spooned the dip out of the bowl and just ate it plain? I did. It was very delicious, man. Definitely some of the best spinach artichoke dip I've ever had. Very fresh. We also had a corn chowder soup as well with a little bit of a chicken in the middle there. Very, very delicious. Now we have our filet mignon with a peppercorn sauce to pour over the top, with a mashed potatoes with tomatoes, with our green beans wrapped in bacon. Easily the best meal on all of the Disney Wish, for sure, in my opinion, by far. Make a side note that I always do get my steaks cooked medium. I like that pink red center, but anything a little more raw than that, that's even a little too much for me. So I usually stick with medium. It's definitely at this level. I mean, you cut into it, you take 2 bites tops, and it's melt in your mouth. You're ready to swallow. It was that tender. All of this food is delicious, but this is definitely my favorite meal. I get it every single time. Then it was time to partake in dessert. A lot of choices: cheesecake, almond cake, and churros, but we decided to go for the cheesecake with the caramel on top with the chocolate strip. Very, very delicious. We definitely ate all of the top portion, the specific cheesecake portion of the dessert. It was in top of a tart. We kind of ended up skipping that part because I was already very full by the time we get to your dessert. So we ended up just eating the top part. Then for a little bit of magic for us, since it was Christmas time, they brought over this extra dessert. Very airy, very sweet. It just tasted like a cream on top of a cookie. Very, very tasty. Then after our nighttime festivities, we ended up heading back to 1923 for the breakfast service, which in my opinion is the best breakfast you can get on the ship as well. We ended up going with the 2 poached eggs over top of an English muffin, and this was a tender, very well seasoned, melt in your mouth affair. I also have some salmon meat at the bottom of the eggs as well. Very, very tasty. Highly recommended. We got orange juice. The girls got eggs and bacon. Very, very delicious. And then for lunch, we decided to head to Marceline Market. Keep in mind, this is not the regular lunch service that is provided on the ship. This is kind of more for your fancy affair. So we decided to partake in this at least once. This is some of the best quick service options on the ship. But do keep in mind, this only available for a limited amount of time, only for a few hours, where the other side of the ship with your normal food options are available all day. So we partook in some beans and rice, some sweet potato fries. They had a salmon platter and some crab legs, cocktail sauce, tartar sauce. So delicious, man. Then we went and got some pita bread with some roasted duck, some charred lamb, vegetable pastry, barbecue sauce. Very good as well. We got some chocolate pudding with a cheesecake peanut butter platter as well. Very, very delicious. Then we got some bread pudding with some cream cheese icing and a carrot cake. Everything that we tasted here, very, very good. I cannot recommend it enough. Now for your more normal options, we have Mickey Smokehouse Barbecue. You can get ribs, brisket, greens, macaroni and cheese, sausages. Everybody here is super friendly. And of course, the grill on the other side, you can get a Mickey burger, all of your toppings, ketchup, mustard, pickles, mayonnaise, everything's there. Very delicious also. Cornbread, coleslaw, potato salad, corn, pickles, everything here is so freaking good. I definitely ate here numerous times for sure. Then, of course, you can't get enough of them Disney pizza pies there. Daisy on the logo, so cute. I was really loving that. You can get all kind of pepperoni, cheese, sausage, whatever your fancy holds. You have your own tea machine, your soda fountain machines, Coca-Cola products, your cups, ice, Helpful for sure. Then we have Donald's Cantina. This is basically Disney's version of Chipotle. You make yourself a burrito bowl, tacos, all of your main toppings. You can get chicken, garnatas, ground beef, steak. Then you have your spicy salsa, your medium salsa, black beans, refried beans, sour cream, cheese, everything to your heart's content. One thing about a Disney cruise, we gonna eat, baby. That's right. We are going to eat. Everything that we ate here was so good, man. And then, of course, a Disney cruise is not complete without ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. So we had the Sweet Minnie's ice cream parlor that we stock up on ice cream and ice cream cones. You gotta love it. They got vanilla chocolate swirl. They got Dole Whip. They got strawberry. Oh, so good, dude. You gotta love it. For those that didn't know, there is a movie theater on the Disney Wish as well, along with multiple theater performances that there is to see. And during those performances, you can purchase popcorn. And man, is it good. It's buttery, salty, delicious. Then they give you a cool little Happy Holidays gingerbread house for Christmas time. Then, of course, stockpiled with Mickey bars, fries, a sweet, salty combination for right before bed, some grapes, a little bit of health there. Can't beat that. Yeah, that was definitely some of the best food that we ate on the cruise, but it wasn't everything though. Keep in note that we did have our experiences on the Marvel restaurant, the Anna and Elsa restaurant, and the Star Wars themed bar that we partook into. Those are all on separate vlogs. Please check them out once you get a chance. Now we've eaten all this food. I think it'd be crazy not to get in at least a couple of workouts while you're on the Disney ship. I did do a little bit of cardio and lifted weights while I was here as well. They do have weight sets, bench press, squat, dumbbells, free weights, treadmills, cycling machines. Looks like they do offer spin classes as well, so that could be signed up for. I know in cruises past, I've done 5Ks. I did not partake in that this time, but there is ways to keep yourself in shape and hydrated while you are on a Disney cruise. You're definitely going to want to do that. It's all this food you're eating. Then we went down to the zone where you can play basketball, cornhole, air hockey, table tennis. Such a fun time, man. So if you don't want to do all of the core Disney experiences, there are ways that you can keep your fun going strong for sure. It's such a good time. There's no excuse to not have a fun time on this ship. There's literally something for everybody. It really is. Then if you're playing table tennis, you can get this amazing view. This is why we were at Castaway Cay, just of the beach line of the ocean front. You cannot beat that, man. Just taking in all of the atmosphere and just counting your blessings and being grateful that we have been afforded the opportunity to get to experience stuff like this. And while I'm being grateful, I'd be crazy if I didn't give a shout out to our travel agent, Begins Fun Family Travels. It is Laura and her team who is responsible for the planning of this epic series of vacation vlogs that you have seen in the past couple of weeks. Without her, a lot of this would not have been possible. The Disney cruise in general, all of the excursions, and the trip to Disney World, all of those vlogs that you saw from the past few weeks, that was due to her planning. So thank you to her for that. And if you're looking to plan a Disney vacation, she is absolutely the best in the game. So don't sleep on it. She's on Facebook and she has her own website. Once again, that is Begins Fun Family Travels. Don't sleep on her. And that is going to do it for this, friends. So if you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. Also, maybe consider hitting that share button. I'd appreciate that as well. If you want to see more vlogs just like this, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. You can follow me at youtube.com/marjack79. I am also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, my friends, thank you for the years of support. Cannot wait to see y'all again, and I will catch y'all later. Bye.